voting wrapping up in Egypt, where people have been casting their ballots on the draft constitution that split the nation and triggered month-long protests. Second and final stage of the referendum preceded by a fresh outbreak of violence in the country's second largest city, Alexandria. Now, for more on this, we're joined live by journalist Trew, who is in the Egyptian capital, covering all of this for us. So, Belle, what are the predictions for the outcome of the vote so far?
Well, right now the polling stations have shut and the voting is underway across 17 governorates in Egypt. The million-dollar question is, of course, how this will turn out. In the first round, it was 57% voted in support of the constitution, and analysts said that this is most likely to be a yes vote in the second round. This is because the 17 governorates going to vote are rural governorates with a strong Muslim Brotherhood base in them. Also, only three of the governorates actually voted against the Muslim Brotherhood in the presidential elections against President Mohamed Morsi. So people think, analysts are saying it's most likely to be a yes. The opposition forces, for their part, are saying that there is many instances of electoral violations. Rights groups have also chimed in today, releasing reports on the hour of different electoral violations, including missing ballots, judges not supervising polling stations, and ballots going missing. This has led many to believe that there may be vote rigging, which would see a yes vote in the end. The biggest news of the day, however, is the resignation of the Vice President, Mohamed Mekki. This is largely seen to be perhaps because in the draft constitution as it currently stands, there is no post for the Vice President. Although no official reason was given for his resignation, many believe this is a strong sign from the presidency that they believe the constitution will be a yes because his post does not exist. Right now here in Cairo, people are just waiting as the numbers drift in and we work out what the result is of this referendum.
And Belle, as we've been covering this, we have seen clashes between Islamists and opponents of the Constitution. What's the mood like in the city right now?
Absolutely. We saw quite violent scenes in Alexandria, Egypt's second city, on Friday between rival protest groups between those in support of the Constitution and those against the Constitution. We saw 77 people injured, and the police have to get involved with tear gas. At the moment today, the scenes have been calm across the capital and also across the governorates, with only minor scuffles in the polling station lines between people who are voting in different ways. So really, the feeling is still very, very tense here. In the background of the violence in the last month, we saw violent scenes in Alexandria just 1 week ago as well, between rival protest groups. And of course, the bloody scenes in front of the Cairo's presidential palace about 3 weeks ago now, which saw 10 people die when those in support of the president clashed against those who were against the president. At the moment, people are quite tense as they're waiting for the results of the referendum. If it is in fact a yes, we will likely to see an escalation from the opposition forces, which could see further violence on the streets of Egypt in the future.
All right, Cairo-based reporter Trew live for us in Cairo. Thanks for that update. Wael Eskandar, blogger and journalist in Cairo, explains why he doesn't support the Constitution.
I did vote myself, and I voted no for the Constitution. And I think that irrespective of the fact that the Constitution, this vote is not about the Constitution, but about the legitimacy of the Muslim Brotherhood and the direction they've taken the country. The Constitution itself is very flawed. It takes away more freedoms. It gives police powers to detain people for more than 12 hours, and it cements the military role in Egypt, something unprecedented in all of Egypt's constitutions.